Hey everyone, I'm Ben, Product Marketing Lead here at Arlo. In this quick video series, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to create engaging e-learning content with AI right in Arlo. Today, we're going to be looking at three real-world examples. Imagine I'm running a beginner first aid course. Right now, I'm manually emailing pre-reading, I'm running full-day in-person sessions with no breakup, and handing out paper quizzes at the end. With Arlo's e-learning, I can flip the experience and keep users engaged throughout the entire face-to-face course. Learners will get instant access to pre-reading via the customer portal. They can self-service easily. I can use digital flashcards mid-session to boost engagement. And at the end, I can use an online quiz via e-learning that's easy to access across any device. So let's jump into my platform now, and I'll show you exactly how to build this kind of content using AI and Arlo. Let's go. Awesome. I'm now on my Arlo platform. Let's generate our first of three modules together, the first one being pre-reading for my first aid course. You'll see that when we load in, what you'll do is you'll get a pop-up on the right that will ask us to describe our course before we actually start the generation process. The general rule of thumb here is to be as descriptive as possible. The better the prompt, the better the outcome. You can make this as detailed as you'd like, but to keep it short and sweet for this video, I'll make it relatively basic for now. Just like how you use Gemini or ChatGPT in your everyday lives, we need to apply the same sort of principles here. So I've written, create some pre-reading content for a first aid course. The course is aimed at beginners who have no or little prior knowledge of first aid. Please ensure to focus on the pre-reading aspect that informs the learner what the course content will cover in our face-to-face session. Once I'm happy with that, I'll click submit, and then we'll see our next option to continue the generation process. It's not too descriptive, it's not too long, but it just fits the bill right. So next it's going to ask us about our level of experience that the users who'll be taking this content are. In this instance, it's a beginner course, so I'm going to choose beginner. Following that, we'll need to lock in the audience type, which will help the AI tailor its content. It's picked up that this is for a first aid course, which is awesome. So let's choose the first option. Another great feature is that we can serve this in any language. In this instance, I'm going to stick with English. We then need to choose our tone. My fake training company is pretty relaxed and informal, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the first option. And finally, we need to determine how big we want this module to be. As this is just pre-reading, I'll choose the smallest option, which is 4 to 6 screens. Once that's all done, the AI will now give us a preview of the screens it'll generate. You can see the outline is created here, and this is all pre-reading. I don't need a quiz, so I'm going to remove that and to save time on the creation. And we'll just wait for that all to generate. And then I'll remove the quiz. And I think I'll remove that last slide as well. Don't need that one too. Nice and short and sweet. Awesome. I'm happy with that outline. So let's click generate. As you can see, once we click the button, the content is generated in real time. It's welcoming, informative, and sets the learners up for an in-person session. So they can access this content beforehand and get a really good idea of what the course overview is going to be. I'm super happy with that output now. So let's move on to the second content item in this video, which will be flashcards. Let's go. So let's create some flashcards to break up my face-to-face session and reinforce key takeaways with my learners. Let's hop back into the generation screen. Just a quick note that you can also upload your PDFs, PowerPoints, documents, your existing training material, and transform it into e-learning in just a few clicks, which is pretty powerful. You've already seen a lot of the detailed kind of workflow at the start of how to build this course. So what I'll do is I'll just put my prompt in and then skip ahead. And once I've chosen my audience as well. So my prompt this time will be, in between my face-to-face course, I'd like to show my learners some flashcards. The course is for first aid and it's aimed at beginners. Please only use flashcards and include some basic first aid information on them. So once that's all done, I'll lock that in, I'll choose my audience, and then I'll just jump right ahead to the generation screen. So as you can see, the course is now generated with a bunch of helpful flashcards, some basic and beginner-friendly first aid information on them. Now I could jump in and edit this content and add my expertise, my branding, images, all that good stuff. But as I'm not a first aid expert, I'd like to keep this short and sweet for you. So let's move on to the final content item, which is creating a quiz. Let's go. So we're back creating another course. For a quiz, what we need to do is generate a full course. Then we delete all the additional screens and just keep the quiz. Now you could create a full course and keep the quiz as well and just have it in one module, but in this instance, we're kind of breaking it up and splitting it up to use in different ways. So it's a bit of a workaround, but it only takes a few minutes and you do get a great result. So in my prompt, I've asked it to create a full first aid course for beginners. I'll jump ahead at the end of this to the course outline again, and I'll just add my beginner option there, and then we can move on to the end, just like before. Cool, it's all generated, and you'll see if the quiz is at the end. But what I'm going to do is just drag and drop that final thoughts just to the end there, have a nice quiz in between the two. So once I've clicked generate, my full course will begin to populate in real time. And the quiz, what we'll do is the quiz will take the information from all the previous screens that it's got. So which is why we need to generate that first course and the full course in that instance. So what I'll do now is go and remove the additional screens. And then what we'll do is we'll jump in and edit the quiz questions just a little bit, just to show you how easy it is. So I'm just going through and removing all the additional flashcard questions and the intro screen there as well. And I'm going to keep that final thoughts one. I think that's a nice touch. So you can see here, I'm just going through all the different quiz questions. And if I'd like to, I can maybe edit one of them specifically, maybe add an extra question in here just to show you how simple it is. And we do have a lot of options for quizzes specifically, the different types of questions from multi-choice to true or false, as I was showing you just before. And we also do have feedback messages as well. Now you can change the image here, you can change the title and the text, and this will just let the learner know whether or not they're on the right track or not. And there you go. That's a full quiz generated in a matter of seconds. And that's it. In just a few minutes, we've created 3 types of e-learning content using AI and Arlo. We've made a pre-reading module to engage learners before the course even starts. We've made some interactive flashcards to break up the day and reinforce learning. And we've made a tailored quiz to measure retention and training effectiveness. All of this is editable, on-brand, and accessible across any device. No extra tools or manual work required. In the next video, I'll show you how to take this content and schedule it into an actual course. We'll cover online, in-person, and multi-session options, so your learners get the right content at the right time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Happy training.